Yeah, so well, like when I woke up today, I saw this on X, and they just posted it like an hour right before I woke up. But let's look at the trailer right now. And I want to say this too: Nintendo still remains the king of all exclusives. It's gotten to the point where like I don't even need a console anymore because everything could be. I'll just say the E word because I don't even know if Nintendo can just go after you for using the E word, and you guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, everybody knew this was coming out. It's a much bigger screen. I'm pretty sure they Nintendo saw the impact of the Steam Deck and how popular it is. USB-C. So basically, it's just an improvement over the Nintendo Switch, which I never owned, by the way. So you notice that, right? Hold on. You notice how the little sound effects of like the little tripod extension? So it's like a little like, you know, like a little nod of like, okay, this is something that people were looking for because they saw the aftermarket of of all these things that are being sold. So now it's built in. See, look. See? It's clever. Original controller's not much bigger. Dude, when I saw the screen, I'm like, that thing is massive. So now they added pastel accent colors. I saw how they're talking about how this could be a contention of a failure point. Like right here, you'll see. You notice like the retro, the synthwave? So right there, I saw this, I think it was it Pirate Nation? I follow him on X. How they're talking about already how this could be a failure point. And it depends how sturdy that is. I mean, granted, you're not going to be throwing your shit around like this. But I mean, that could be flimsy. But from the looks of it, it looks like it's pretty sturdy. Yo, listen to the synthwave. That thing is, yo, dude, that thing is massive, bro. I mean, where else are you gonna play Mario Kart? Like nowhere. And that's the thing about Nintendo. Such an awkward design though, right? For a controller. But it seems to work. Like look how bigger that is, how much bigger that is of the screen. And that's why notice the date too. April 2nd. They made sure not to choose April 1st because of April Fools. People probably would have thought it was a joke. So they're like, you know what? Let's just do April the 2nd. So like, I'm down for that. The last Nintendo console I owned was the original, the first Wii. And then I only played the first party titles. I think I owned Paper Mario on that thing. And like Wii Sports that came with it, and that was it. You know, this was like during the mid 2000s when like PC gaming wasn't what it is today. Even though I already had you know, my PC next to my Mac. This was like I think 2007. So I had a Windows PC. I had the first iMac when the iMac went to the aluminum design right after the plastic casing, remember? So that was 2007. Steve Jobs was still around. And then I had the Xbox 360. I had the PS3, which I still have connected to my flat screen back there. And I'm playing through the God of War franchise. Physical discs media, which you own. And then the Wii. And that was it. Well, I do have two of these. I bought his and hers. This is the Nintendo DS. One for me and one for the late wife. But look, where else are you going to, like, be honest with yourself? Outside of, I'll just say it, outside of emulation, the big E, right? There is no other company that has exclusives to that specific console, to that specific machine outside of Nintendo. You can't say that about Xbox. You cannot say that about PlayStation. Like, when I saw, which one of my favorite platformer franchises, and that is Ratchet and Clank, right? And I have, they're sitting over there. I mean, I can go get it. I have them physically from the PS2 era. When I saw that on Steam, when I saw a Rift Apart on Steam, I'm like, yo, what's the point of me buying a PS5? There's no point. Like, when you have to understand, the PS3, which was notoriously horrible to develop for and to design games for, right? And that came from a plethora of famous developers like Naughty Dog, like even Hideo Kojima made those statements several times when, remember, Metal Gear used to be exclusive for the PlayStation platform, right? And so they decided to go x86 architecture, starting with the PS4 and then starting with the Xbox One, the one right after the 360. That was the last Xbox I have owned, was a 360, right? I no longer have it. I had like 4 of them because of Red Ring of Death. And you can see on my channel, it's one of my oldest videos on this channel. And remember, this was never a gaming channel, right? This was my original YouTube channel. I think it's called Xbox 360 Red Ring of Death Goodness at Sears, I believe. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Why did I do that? Why did I open up a new tab when I could just? It's so ridiculous, right?
Right.
And so I believe it's the oldest video right here. And this was at Sears, dude, with a flip phone, bro. Hold on. With a flip phone. Look, August 27th, 2007. Watch this with me. I had this, right? I had the DS, boom. 360. That's one of my oldest videos, but I had like 4 of them. And that's when, like, you know, they were going through, like, that was a big fucking problem. That was like a class action lawsuit against Microsoft, right? But when they moved on to the x86 architecture, like, everything became like, that really opened the doors for everything being on even keel with PC architecture. But you didn't realize, you know, you fast forward now to 2025 and everything is being emulated, dude. It's like, what was it? Bloodborne is now running perfectly on PC, dude, with mods on Linux, no less. You see? And there's no reason for me to buy a PS4. There's no reason for me to buy an Xbox. I was playing Halo Infinite last year on Steam. So it's like, you know, now I understand why Microsoft is going the way they're going. You know, and then all this damage control towards the late 2024 of Sony saying, oh yeah, the consoles aren't going anywhere. When in fact, it's not what it used to be. There's no, you know, x86 was like the beginning of the end of exclusivity, but the same cannot be said for Nintendo. Again, outside of emulation, right? Let me get out of here. Outside of emulation, the same can't be said. Where else are you going to play if you want to play Mario, if you want to play a Zelda, if you want to play a Metroid? You have to, Pokemon, you have to buy a Nintendo. So I'm anxious to see what's going to go on, what's going to happen with the price point. You know, the big winner, it's going to be AMD. AMD is making the chips for this anyways. AMD is making the chips for everyone. So I'm pretty excited. What was the price? I never had a Switch. I don't know how much it costs, but if it's under $500, I mean, I don't mind playing Nintendo games again. I remember, well, let me go back to this part right here. When you saw like the music and the, you know, like the retro lighting, I wonder if that's a nod to like this music and shit. And then the lighting right after this, right here. Right, with the pastel colors, the blue and the pink, the Miami Vice colors. I wonder if they're really going to listen to the customer base and just, bro, if you don't want us to do it, you guys do it. Like, digitize your entire library, man. Everything, NES, Super NES, just like 99-cent games, bro. It's a license to print money, dude.